Hi TT viewers, you're here with me, Suyo, and I'm here to celebrate CTCC's 25th anniversary celebration. And I'm a little distracted right now because of the picture behind. I don't know if you can see, but it's Maddie. Maddie is the chief guest tonight. I'm so excited to hear what he has to say. And along with Madhavan, we have so many guest speakers, and they're going to tell you how they are where they are today. So we're going to learn a lot today. So stay tuned and follow me. So I'm definitely here with a very familiar face to all the Tamil people. This is Mr. Gary Anasangari. How are you, Mr. Gary?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. So thank you for attending today. So what are you expecting to see out of this event today?
Well, you know, it's been a very important day for us. I think we were able to have a number of different speakers who were able to speak about the chamber. And this really is more of a seminar format, so a lot of information being passed on, a lot of important discussions taking place. As you know, the chamber is at the very important crossroads. 25 years is a long time, so now I think, like everyone, you pass one milestone and look at how you move forward in the next. So the next 25 years are going to be very important for us. So this is time to start thinking forward and looking at what we need to do then. As a community, I think one of the things that we can see is, as a business community, we're strong and united. We are a group that we were an example to the world, and in many ways I think we need to seize the opportunity and make sure that our leadership continues, not just in Canada but around the world.
And I wanted to say, like, growing up, I always looked up to you, and a lot of the Tamil youth did, and you've always done so much for us and our community. So what advice can you give us to be where you are?
To be very honest, I spoke earlier today, and I appreciate you saying that, but really, I grew up within the chamber. I joined the organization when I was 23. Every major business connection I got when I started business was from this organization. So my message to young people is, you know, first of all, there are no ceilings. There are no heights you cannot achieve. I came to this country when I was 10 years old. I packed Malayatul at Gerrard Street when I was 12. I worked in every single type of job that's available, and you know, you progress slowly and you progress at your own pace, but ultimately the message is that whatever you put your mind to, you can succeed. There are no barriers, and an organization like this is really a reminder that the community is also with you. We grow together. We cry together, we have cried together, we grow together, we will prosper together, and we will achieve great things together. And I think it's important that young people also understand that you're not alone. You know, there's a number of lawyers here I met today, and these are lawyers that some of them I looked up to, some of them, you know, that I've mentored, and it's one of those things where we need to be there for each other. And these networking opportunities, the organizations that exist, I think they're really places where you can find those mentors, you can find people that want to do or have done what you want to do, and really ask them to support you, and they will, right? And I think it's a great monument to our community that you're not alone, and we have people in every field, every situation, and they're ready to help you easily.
Thank you so much for your message and your advice. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Maddie, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
We're so excited that you're here today. I'm so nervous, as you can tell.
You're very kind, thank you.
And so what can we expect from you today? What are you going to tell all our youth?
Well, I've been doing these courses around the world on motivational speeches, mostly about the kind of life that I've led and what's inspired me. And I'm hoping to share some of those experiences today.
Who inspired you?
I think normal people who achieve extraordinary stuff are the ones who are my greatest inspiration. It starts with my father and it goes to many, many people around the world who managed to do that.
And you said you're writing a story right now, right? Is that something that you're going to be... is it your movie or what?
Yeah, I always end up contributing in terms of writing for all my films, be it Iridya Sutru or 13B. Every of these films I contribute in terms of screenplay and dialogues. So yeah, I'm writing one now, which hopefully I'll be getting on the floor in the early part of next year.
One thing that I have to tell you, I know you always tell Satyaraj sir that you always expect more because you know he can deliver more. I want to say the same thing for you. I know I don't have anything to say that for you, but I know you're so amazing that you need to deliver more for us. Okay?
I'll do my best. I'll absolutely do my best. Thank you.
Thank
you.
First question that I have, and I think it's relevant to everybody in this room, is many people don't know at the age of 18, you were chosen as an ambassador for your college to represent India, and you came all the way out west to Settler, Alberta, Canada, a middle of nowhere in Alberta, and you stayed there, spent a big portion of your student life there with small town Canadians for a portion of your life, and you interacted with them and played with them. How was that experience? I would love to know how that experience was.
All right, thank you very much. You're very well spoken, so it's a pleasure to be associating with you on the stage. So guys, thank you very much. I'm very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Anevarakum vanakkam. That always gets a clap. Amazing, huh? I was told that this is going to be a Canadian Tamil Chamber of Commerce, very sober people between the age group of 25 to 40, 50, 60. Yeah, and I was prepared for a very sober audience in men with ties, and I'm going to show you I don't see a face over 30 today. So I'm going to change the entire format of the way I'm going to speak. It's a great pleasure to be here with you. I have been a privileged child. I think I have been very lucky. Even while I was watching that video of mine with the movies that we've done, I can't even imagine that if I have to explain to another actor about how to make it in the industry, how I would give him any sensible advice, because my life itself seems like such a magical charm that there's nothing to be learned from it. There is no formula. I mean, if I were to tell him that this is the life I led, and probably that would be a walking stick to get into the industry, even then they will not believe it. So let me give you a little bit of insight into things that shaped me into the person that I am today. So we'll go back to the question that you asked me. I was born and brought up in a very traditional, God-fearing Tamil family, but I was born and brought up in the east part of India, in Bihar, in a place called Jamshedpur, which is a steel city. My parents were very successful. My father was working as a general manager in Tata Steel. My mother was the chief manager of Bank of India. And those of you who've heard about Bihar should know that it is akin to the Wild West in America. It was a lawless land. It was a land that was prone to violence. There was a high passion, high testosterone. People would get killed for the smallest of things. And in a place like that, my mother stood out as a chief manager for 30 years. And I look back at it with great pride now, but at that time it was stifling me. Because I was known as Saroja's son. Why did you come forward? I was known as Saroja's son and Ranganathan's son. I didn't have an identity to myself, and I felt really suffocated in that situation. So I was looking for one way out. Because I was at that time, both my parents were working, I was considered to be a spoiled child because both the parents were not at home to take care of me and discipline me, and I was not a good boy. I was, to say it very mildly, naughty. But very creatively naughty. Let me explain to you what I mean by that, okay? I had such a bad reputation that mothers used to say, stay away from me. You don't want your children to associate with him because he uses bad words and he does crazy things and he keeps animals where he's not supposed to keep. So my pet name at home was Balaji. And what happened was, there was another boy in the locality. We lived in apartments. There were 40 apartments, and each of them were 3 floors high. So there were a considerable amount of people living in this community. And another boy who was my friend, was also called Balaji, suddenly had his birthday, and his mother said, "You can invite 6 friends, but not Balaji." So he said, okay. He was just happy that his mother was allowing him to have 6 friends as a party. So it was decided that 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there'll be a party for 6 boys, out of which Balaji is not invited. My friend came and told me, hey, you know what, you're not invited for his birthday party. I'm like, why? I asked him, I said, hey, why did your mother say? Why are you not inviting me? He said, my mother thinks you're a bad boy, so no more party. I was 9 years old at that time. Yeah, so my mother thinks you're a bad boy, so no invitation to you. I said, okay. I went to the 40 apartments into 320 houses and told every child who was of our age that it's Balaji's birthday and his mother is inviting you. So on the particular day at 2 o'clock when this lady is expecting 6 children, there are 140 children over there. They're just coming in a single file, happy Balaji. They're giving him a comic for a birthday and looking for a piece of cake. She's running helter-skelter trying to feed them all. And she's looking at her son like she's going to kill him. She takes him to the corner and says, I told you only 6 boys, why did you invite 140? So he says, I didn't invite them. He said, you didn't invite them? She goes, catches one boy, he says, hey, come here. Who invited you for the birthday party? Balaji invited. The guy got slapped back by his mother. And it's still, I mean, it was about almost 3 years later that she came to know that it was this Balaji who had invited for this. So, my reputation, you can imagine, had taken the beating it should have. So by the time I was 16 or 17, I was the odd child out. I had different interests. I was not studying 18 hours a day to be an engineer, much to my parents' absolute disappointment. I had just passed my 10th standard with 78%, which was considered a crime. As far as the Tamil Brahmins are concerned, you're not eligible for marriage if you don't get more than that. So my mother and father had given up hope on me. I found out that there was a Rotary exchange program that involved students traveling from India to another part of the world where you got to stay as an exchange student and a family for 1 year. And I'm thinking 11th standard. 1 more year and I'm not prepared for the 12th standard because if I get anything less than 70%, I know my father will pickle me. So I decided to apply for it without letting my parents know. So I applied for it, I went to all the interviews. Because I was very wide in my approach to life, in a sense, I would do everything. I mean, I kept pets, I used to go to fights and know how to deal with the servants' children as I knew to deal with the big managers' children. I knew how to make a kite, I would catch tadpoles. There was a lot of gambit of experiences that I had because my parents were not at home. And that helped me get through those interviews a lot. They wanted an all-round personality who would represent India correctly. See what's happening? And when I finished all the interviews, I remember it was 8 o'clock in this chilly winter evening. My family is all sitting in front of the TV watching a show. At that time, there was a show in Hindi called Ghar Jamai. And the phone rang. My father went to pick the phone and said, Ranganathan. So he said, what? Okay. He kept the phone down. He looks at my mother and he looks at me and says, this boy is going to Canada for 1 year and somebody's paid for the whole trip. So my mother says, what? Then he says, what is this? So I had to tell my father the truth. I said, I really want to go for this exchange program. It's cultural exchange and I want to do this and all. My mother started to laugh. Exam pass, he's got 6 arrears and some shit. My mother was very sure this was not going to happen. But there was a look in my eyes. I think a turning point in my life. I was looking at my mother completely dismayed that she was not able to see what I wanted. And I looked, I think very pleading, one of the best acting I've done in my life, at my father. He looked at me and he said, Nada. I said, Unalapa. He said, you really want to go? And for the first time I looked in his eye and I said, yeah, I really want to go. He looked at me for 2 minutes and he said, go get the checkbook. because he had to pay 21,000 rupees for my airfare. That's all he had to pay for. The moment he said that, my mother started overflying and crying. So, and she says, what is wrong with you? He's got his 12th. There's an engineering exam. He's going to go there, lose a year. You can't do this. My father says he wants to go, let him go. I know. So he took me to, and then he said only one thing. You want to go to Canada, right? Everybody takes care of their own stuff from there. So from today, we had servants at home because my father was wealthy. The servants were told not to do any of my stuff. I had to wash my own clothes and wash my own dishes. I had to make sure. I said, you're punishing me. I said, I'll go there and do it. They have washing machines, what have to do here? So he made me wash my underwear, everything on my own. And my mother was still not able to understand. But despite all that, there came a day when I had to say bye-bye and leave for Canada, for Stettler, Alberta, which was the biggest name in my life at that time. Now you have to imagine there were no emails, there were no letters. I'm 46, so when this happened, it was a long time ago. So there was no, in that small town of Bihar, there was no way of communicating also whether your son had reached the destination till about 25 days after he had reached. I had to call 5 people to tell them reached, or you were. Before I was leaving, my father took me to a corner and he said, I know it's going to be a very enlightening experience for you. There'll be a lot of temptations. I know what he was talking about. And he said, whatever you do, just remember 2 things. One is that you're my son and you represent this family. And whatever you do, that's how they will be judging this country of yours. And that is the responsibility that you have on your shoulders. So just don't let me down on that. And I knew my dad meant it.
Hi, so we're here with Mr. Stan Muthulingam. He's one of the advisors for CTCC. Hi, Mr. Stan, how are you today?
I'm terrific, doing very well. It's a nice event going on behind me, as you all can see.
So I just want to say, first of all, congratulations to you and your team for putting this together, this amazing event. 25 years, right? That's not easy to do. So how did you guys put all this together?
Absolutely. I think I can say 25 years ago that I think some of the business people in our community envisioned that this chamber, and it came a long way. 25 years is not easy to carry an organization, especially in our community. It's tough and well, but the fantastic thing is we are celebrating our jubilee, and it selected a right leader to carry forward this celebration. It's such an amazing feeling what Ajif that provided to the organization, the leadership that he provided. It's such an amazing. I see even a fragmented community, everybody coming together to support this event. When I look at it and at a point of view that I get goosebumps how this is going to be pulled up. So tomorrow is a big day. Everybody must come, and it's going to be fantastic.
So what is the difference between today and tomorrow? Because it's a 2-day event, right?
Today basically is a business expo, and basically some of the vendors are here that exhibiting their products, and we had a panel discussions about global investments and Sri Lankan investments, and so basically today is a mix and mingle. But tomorrow is the award gala night. This is where people who have been in business for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, everybody will be receiving an award, and especially some of the key people will be receiving recognitions, and who's will be there. And by the way, TIFF Festival happening in Toronto. I hope some of them will show up to our event too.
So I know you guys have a lot of speakers tonight, so can you tell us a little bit about the speakers and what we're going to be learning from them today?
Yes. I think one person is Madhavan. He's an actor and a motivational speaker, and we are looking forward to it. After this break, we are going into and listen to him, and he is the keynote speaker tonight. I know he'll be speaking tomorrow as well, if I'm not mistaken, but he is the one that we all here to listen.
I'm waiting for that too, so I'll be in the front, okay? Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you both.
And I met the principal, who was, fair, tall, good-looking man. But I have a problem. I can't remember faces for long. I remember incidences, I remember to an extent names, but I don't remember faces clearly. And for an Indian guy to come to a completely white community, everybody looked the same. And unless it was, I'm sure you will have all experienced the same thing. Yeah, everybody's nodding. Okay, great. So there was a welcome dinner for me, so I went and met Mr. Dekan. Nice to meet you, sir. And I'm forthcoming. I'm introducing myself to everybody. Hi, my name is Maddie. I'm from India. I'm from Jamshedpur, whatever. In the course of that evening, I had introduced myself to the principal 4 times. And he really thought there was something wrong with me. On the fourth time, he said, come here, my child. You do know that you wish me. He said, no, sir, they told me to be really forthcoming and friendly, so I didn't want to take a chance. So they said, it's fine, you should make yourself comfortable. My first day in the maths class, not a friendly subject to me, it has never been a friendly subject. I'm sitting beside this really beautiful blonde girl. And I'm having the time of my life because back home in India on that particular day, all my friends were sitting and appearing for their IIT entrance exam. And they were appearing for the math paper. And I was sitting beside this blonde girl in this math class. And I'm trying to be very normal. I'm just smiling to myself inside. Till I looked at her, pretty lady. And she said, hi. I said, hi. She said, hi, my name is, I'm not going to tell you the name, you're recording it, so I won't tell you the name. But I said, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And she leaned back. Stettler is a town of 5,000 people. They had a problem at that time. And the problem was, when this lady leaned back, she's almost 16 years old and 7 months pregnant. That was my first cultural experience. Because I'm trying to look at her face and talk, but somewhere my eyes are dropping. Like, how can, she can't be fat. Yeah, I was like, no. But it's obvious, you're trying your best to make eye contact, but she was 7 months pregnant. And I said, she said, yeah, I'm pregnant. I said, wow, congratulations. She said, you want to, my baby kicks in the middle of the class. I think he really likes maths. I said, oh, good for you. And she says, do you want to put your hand and feel him? I don't want to feel anything. But amazing community of 5,000 people, hardcore cowboys. I had to get up in the morning. My job was to get up at 5 o'clock, take a frozen bale of hay, break open the twine, which was the toughest part, and then feed the hay to the cows, and then the sheep, and the goat, and then the horses, and brush the horse, put the saddle on, take him for a ride. He used to be steaming, and all this at minus 20 degrees. So they had told me, culturally get involved. So when the mother said, hey, anybody wants to shovel the driveway? Yeah, I'll do it. In 2 minutes, it was a big, bad decision because my tongue and all started to swell up. I'm like, nothing is moving. But it was a fantastic experience because those cowboys were hardcore meat eaters. Alberta beef was the most amazing dish in the world. And I was a hardcore vegetarian. And I had to stay with 5 families and I had to, learn their culture. So my problem was that I had to go to a different family every 2 months, call them mom and dad or appa or amma, whichever I wish to because of my culture. And I have to accept them as parents and I have to accept the brothers and sisters as my brothers and sisters and call them brothers and sisters. The problem was sometimes the sisters were really pretty. But I had to call them. But anyway, they used to wonder, how are you going to survive? You don't eat meat? I said, no, we don't eat beef. Yeah. How about mutton? No. Fish? No. Egg? Yeah, I have eggs. So they were very paranoid about how they were going to feed me for 2 months that I was going to live with them. And I told them, guys, there are other foods other than cows and meat, so let me show you. And so I, taught them how to make pongal and upma, and I survived. They used to think that India was still a land of elephants and cows and camels. They were not educated about it at all. They wanted to know if I went to school on an elephant. One day when I was really feeling sad and missing home, I was sitting in the corner of the class. They said, hey, what happened to you? I said, nothing, I'm fine. No, tell us what happened. I said, my elephant died. And they believed it. And sometimes that was the best way to keep them quiet, I have to tell you this because this is very instrumental in making me who I was today. And totally, I'm saying this in the middle of the incidences because you should understand the graph behind it. It taught me how to totally not judge and accept people and cultures the way they were at the age of 17. It was awesome. They were not making any judgments. They were just curious about this one. They could see me 5 miles away because I was the only brown-eyed, brown-skinned kid there in that locality, I think. So, but the more I got to know them, the more I realized how basically, intrinsically, we're all yearning for the same thing. they were very jealous of the Indian family system, with the way we lived with our brothers and sisters, and how we took it upon ourselves as a duty to take care of the parents. And they would be fascinated by those stories, as I would be fascinated about how everybody took care of themselves, the independence, and how they were handling teenage pregnancies and other cultural issues that were happening. One of the things that happened was, I was a basketball player back home in India, so they wanted to try me out for the basketball team. It's a big deal. I know in Canada, for you all to know that in high school we had to the basketball team, we were quite the rock star. And I managed to get in. Not because I was really good, but because I was trying so hard. But they said, you know, and so what happens is, has anybody been in a basketball team in the school here? Come on, nobody? Really? You have? Okay. You heard in Canada? So you know what happens when you finish a game and you come back to the locker room? Everybody has a bath together, right? I have never felt so naked wearing shorts. Because everybody else was not wearing anything. And I'm like, oh boy. I didn't know, whether to strip completely or, wear the shorts. I decided to wear the shorts. That made them look at me even more. On top of that, being a South Indian Brahmin, I was wearing my puna. So I was a really odd figure in that gym bathroom. So every time I used to have a bath, I used to go and they used to look at me from a distance, And they're all completely naked, but they used to look at me. Maddie, what's that thing around your shoulder, man? I'm like, it's a puna. What's that? I said, it's a sign of my bachelorhood. They said, that's the only sign of your bachelorhood? I said, no. And there are other signs. This is culturally and religiously my sign. They used to be fat, they couldn't believe. They said, no, how does it signify? What does it do? I said, do you use it to scratch your back? I said, yeah. So what happens, when does it come off? I said, it never comes off. It burns into you and I die. They're like, oh. I said, except, now I'm wearing 3. When I get married, it becomes 6. So, that's going to be a rope around your neck, man. I said, yeah. They tried to ask me as many questions, but they were totally not satisfied with my answer that it was a sign of my bachelorhood. So finally, I said, guys, us Indians, right? So, sometimes at night, I start to levitate and fly off. So I use the spoon to tie it around the bed so that I'll fly back. They actually believed it. They said, oh, you use that? Yeah, I said, yeah. So it was that ridiculous, and then I had to explain to them that it was a joke and everything. But it was the most brilliant 1 year of my life. I lived with different families. I realized that each of those families were also immigrants. There were Germans, there were Austrians, there were Swiss, there were French, and each brought a culture of their own. It told me not to pass judgment, and that was one of the most fascinating years of my life. That 1 year changed, and more importantly, just the last point before I go back to your question, the last point was, it was a moment of what I call in my life, which I always used many times over to be successful even in what I was doing as a career, it was my opportunity to reset the button. I had gone to a place where nobody knew anything about me. They did not know that I was a naughty boy, that my parents were big people, or that I had a reputation. The reputation I was going to create was what was going to happen from the day I stepped foot in Stettler. So it gave me the way I spoke, the way I dressed, it gave me a new beginning. And that was a wonderful lesson for me in my life, because every time I started feeling stagnated in life, I would use that new beginning, that reset button in my life, to take it to the next level, which we will talk about as I take this conversation forward. But that's how it was. When I went back to India, to Jamshedpur, I've become quite the man. And not that my studies improved or anything, but I had been a much more experienced person by then.
Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. I heard so many speeches from our guest speakers, especially Madhavan. He took us step by step and told us about his journey. And the way he is today was because of all those experiences. So I took a lot back with me, and I hope you did too. And again, thank you CTCC for 25 years service for the Tamil community. I hope you guys learned a lot, and I will see you next time on TET. Bye-bye.